The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Tokucast Bottom 10 show.
Bottom 10.
Hello, it's me, Bottom 10.
Hello. A fan of ours in the Discord mentioned we have yet to do a sequel to our very first episode of the Top 10. Well, not first episode of the Top 10, one of the earlier ones, which is Super Sentai Suits.
And I was just like, how?
How did we not do the worst Super Sentai Suits? I am so surprised by this, I ran out of oxygen.
You really did.
But we're here now to rectify that, and here we go.
So, and we haven't done this, we also haven't done this part in a while. We have some dishonorable mentions.
Yes.
And again, these are all just based on our opinions of what the aesthetics solely are. It has nothing to do with quality of the show.
Yep. And these are really just the ones we didn't like, but that didn't make it to the list.
It doesn't say anything about the show. It says more about the aesthetic choices that were made by the producers and all of that.
Didn't I just say this?
Yes.
I am reiterating.
I was saying something different. Just throwing that out.
As I said, not about the show. Just want to make sure of that.
So, dishonorable mentions.
Man, you want to go first?
My dishonorable mention is Resha Sentai Tokuger. There are people who like these suits, and I get why they do. I just think they are too plain. I just think that they are too pajama-y. And especially when there's that one part where when we were researching this, there's that one scene where all their train tracks are taken off and their numbers are taken off, and it looks awful. But again, I understand why they're so plain because of the color swapping motif. So you don't want to be too design heavy. Mm-hmm. But I just did not like looking at those suits.
Yeah, it didn't do it any favors.
I liked them.
My dishonorable mention is Ninja. Now, this mostly comes down to me really not liking one part of this suit. I do not like the white boots.
That is very random.
And I understand the ninjas are not supposed to hide, and it doesn't make your suit look any better when you have something that glaringly white at the bottom.
When there's really no other white on the suit. Anyway.
Yeah, it's set for Shiro's. So I'm sitting here like, it could be better if these were colored like the rest of the suit. Yeah. It would have made things look a little bit more uniform. That just breaks it up too hard.
By the way, our first top 10 episode was the worst Kamen Rider costumes.
I know.
So we just didn't do that. All right.
Anyway.
I said one of the earlier ones.
Yeah, I know. I got curious, though.
That's honestly hilarious, the fact that we did not do the Sentai equivalent of that. Mm-hmm. But we did the... All right. Number 10. Zyuohger. This is more going off of your...
I'm going to let you guys
take everything I just said about Tokuger, copy and paste, but get somehow worse with this one.
Is mostly because, the Tokuger ones are big enough so, they start here on the chest, but the rail, the crossing parts go across basically the entire suit, and they look well detailed. And the Zyuohger ones, they really look like pajamas.
And the helmets in Zyuohger look good, I'll give it that. But I also hate them out of spite, because you know that Red can lift his beak part up to show the ape form, and everybody else's helmet looks like it can do something similar, but they never do.
This is something I'm definitely going to touch on more when we actually get to this review, because I have some theories on why they did it that way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for the actual suit itself, I really don't like Yellow's helmet. I really, really do not like Yellow's helmet.
Like how much of it just traces a box around his face?
It gives a shelf to the head. He has a head shelf.
I really like the Zyuohger suits. I think they're okay.
But yeah, this part right here just looks too pajama-esque.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if they were going for that to sell, Zyuohger pajamas, good on
I mean, yeah, the commercials write themselves if you're trying to sell pajamas.
But
the suits themselves...
That's why it's number 10.
It just looks sort of lazy.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they just took, a black outline.
Especially since, look at the ones that were before it and after it and how designed they were.
Before it was...
No, I'm not talking about immediately before.
I'm about to say, because before it was a Ninja.
And before that was Tokuger, and before that was Kyoryuger.
Kyoryuger were pretty well designed, in my opinion.
And then after that,
Q-Ranger.
So,
Q-Ranger.
You were fucked.
Q-Ranger.
You were super fucked with Q-Ranger.
Q-Ranger, Lupat.
We need to redo the top 10 best.
The Zyuohger suits, I don't know. They look lazy. and I'm not a fan of laziness. That could be them just saving money for Q-Ranger.
Or saving money for Zuo the Whale.
Which is gorgeous.
That's a good suit.
But wait, we're not here to talk about that.
Anyway, number 9. Bioman.
Blah.
Yeah, the biggest issue with the Bioman ones, and this is something that will end up popping up on the list in a little bit, is the helmet. And the fact that it has just basically a partition.
Mm-hmm.
This is the wall
And giant earmuffs.
Yeah, this is the wall that Donald Trump wanted to build in their faces. It's just right here.
Are Bioman government employees because they're not getting paid then?
No, they have Bio Ryusha Han no Audi. It's just Bio Ryusha. But yeah, this is like this shelf portion is really weird. I really don't like the ears. The suit itself is fine.
Also, I don't like the way it's segmented.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's
because
weirdly
like
segmented.
the white chest stops here. I don't know if you ever noticed that it stops here.
Well,
it doesn't.
They do the same thing on the Changeman suits, but on the Changeman suits, they're like flak jackets.
Yeah, but if I tried to bring up the Changeman suits during when we were planning this list, you would have thrown something in my face.
It's true, I would have. But yeah, the Bio ones, not to mention they have lips, but it's mostly that helmet. The helmet really, I don't like it.
I don't like the chest.
The chest.
I don't really like anything.
Like I like the circuitry on it, but
the circuitry just looks like they glued a bunch of motherboards on there.
Yeah, it feel like it would have been better if it was bigger.
If it was bigger, and also if it were more integrated into the suit.
So.
If it were actually like the fabric of the suit.
Yeah.
As opposed to something that were glued on
that would have been great.
Yeah.
That would have been really intricate, and it would have been great.
Kind of like how they do with O-Ranger, with the collar section.
However, I will give the suits this. I think this is the first one that we had like a light up section in the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them. That's probably why they're so much bigger. They had to fit all the circuitry in there.
It's like the headlights on Power Rangers
it's
the movie.
Cool to see that in the suit itself. Like when they use it in show.
But unfortunately, aesthetically speaking, it made it look like hot trash.
Yeah, it does.
Next.
Number 8. Goggle 5. When we were originally making this list, I was like, all right, look, we have to look at the Heisei ones first. Because if we go back to the show once, more of these are going to be on the list. We couldn't avoid that.
Then we get Goggle 5.
And then we hit... But the thing is, looking at the Heisei suits, a lot of them are really good.
Yeah,
we couldn't... At the very least, they're okay. Okay enough to not want to put on this list.
But then we looked at Goggle 5, and you were talking about lazy before. Good, sweet Jesus from the neck down.
It looks like the white part is about to come off.
Yeah.
It looks like a bib.
It looks like a bib.
Like a bib that's about to just flop off.
It doesn't do itself.
Time to go fight evil. Sorry, we were just eating lobster.
With the computer boys and girls.
With the computer boys and girls. They work so hard on the lobster.
I cannot wait to review this show.
It's fully sewed. We'll be doing it at some point, folks.
I like the idea they had with the helmet design and the gems, but Wizard, you are not, and it did not work.
No. The gems, I think it tied into the shows, like the ruby was represented as some type of race. But
and then one was like Atlantis, and one was some other shit.
Yeah, it's ancient civilizations tied to precious gems and gymnastics.
And gymnastics. Don't forget the juggling pins, the hula hoop, the fucking circus. It's the circus.
The circus.
It's everything that you can see.
Someone called P.B. Harmon, or what the fuck his name is.
P.T. Barnum.
P.T. Barnum, I forgot.
And Bailey.
Call Bailey, too.
He will exploit the shit out of this.
But a lot of
Or call Hugh Jackman.
A lot of our dislike from this comes from these.
I want to see a Super Sentai where every member is Hugh Jackman.
Oh my god.
No, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, the fucking guy who played Thanos. Just
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
AKA also Cable.
Also Cable.
But yeah, a lot of our dislike from this show comes from, these suits, comes from the helmets.
Then Scarlett Johansson and the girl who plays Scarlet Witch. That's our Sentai team.
It's the cut of the jowl.
It looks like they have like really puffy cheeks, but like they're like this. They're just kind of going like this.
These suits are on the next episode of Botched.
Is that a show about like?
I would also like to point out they tried to make Pink's visor different, and then really no one else's.
Also, it kind of looks like Yellow's has like crossbones on it.
See, I was thinking antenna.
A lot of the ones, especially early on, they like to make Pink's rounded.
Yeah.
Because just make it as a heart shape as fucking possible.
Yeah, it always has to be heart shaped.
I thought you know it's a girl somehow.
And not to mention, blacks, for some reason, boxy.
Again, he looks just as boxy as Blue.
Yeah.
It looks more boxy.
Blue, black, and yellow look like they have the same
I think
visor.
it's because the top of his helmet is Blue's helmet is more curved.
That is actually a very good point.
What?
Blue, black, and yellow really
Same
have
visor.
similar visors.
Same visor.
No,
red and pink
red-
have
no,
different ones, though.
no.
Red
Red
has a
has
bisector.
No, see, red has the exact same visor as Blue, black, and yellow. The difference is his gem thing cuts it in half.
Yeah.
If you take that part out, it's the same fucking visor.
There isn't a lot of differentiation between the three. And the fact that it gives them like such high cheekbones
And they're
And-
the longest bottom 10 in a while.
and lips. Ow.
And lips.
See
Okay,
what the
then
lips do to you? They inflict pain.
Lips inflict pain.
Who's next?
But yeah, God of 5 is just a mess to look at.
Who's next?
Number 7, Dynamat.
Yeah, boy.
They did not get rid of the baseball theme enough because you could tell that it was late in
It barely
production.
looks like they got rid of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Late in production, this is when this happens. Then they became an explosion-based Sentai.
Yep.
But it still looks like they're wearing baseball
It looks
shirts.
like they're wearing baseball uniforms.
If you look at it from the side, they still have like the hat part
yeah.
on the helmet.
No, and they still look like they have baseball shirts.
Yeah,
They do.
They look like it,
It
looks,
was
it
too
looks
late
like
in-
baseball
It was
jerseys.
too late in production for them to switch anything. So that's how we got what we got.
That and it just looks ugly.
It is pretty fucking...
It's just an ugly. They're just ugly looking suits.
They are. There's a lot of white on these. But it doesn't look nearly as bad as some others because the boots and the gloves are the color of the suit. But still,
the baseball boots.
Even then, it might just be the picture I'm looking at. But yeah, they look kind of dirty.
Also,
They just-
interesting.
this is them post-explosion.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if that. Yeah. So, red, blue, and pink have a like yellow collar and stripe going down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Black's is red, and then yellow's is black.
I think that's just
To
because
break
if
it
you
up.
put yellow on yellow, that would
No, I get
work.
that, but why is black's red?
Probably just because it looked better than yellow.
I honestly think yellow would look better on it.
Mm.
It just seems random.
That is a
Black and yellow is something you do see together a lot.
black and yellow, black.
Black and yellow. See, there's so many confusions on these designs. Also, what the fuck is that on their helmets? I know, like, I see the Roman numerals for 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess 5 and all that. Then it says DR, Dyna Red, Dyna Blue, Dyna Black, Dyna Yellow, and Dyna Pink.
Yeah.
Oh, those are Roman numerals, yeah. So it's their number and
That's
they're
dumb.
They're ordering the team and then their initials, if you will.
That's really dumb.
Well, here's the thing. It's like you know how baseball players, their hats have their team logo on them? That's what that is.
Back to baseball.
I mean,
But the helmet doesn't have their number on them.
Eh.
That's stick with, but it's
well,
still dumb. It still looks dumb.
Who knows? At the time,
You're
Japanese
stupid.
baseball might have been doing.
You're stupid. Stop being
So yeah,
stupid.
the Dynaman ones just look weird.
Yeah.
All right.
What we got next?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Den Zaman.
Oh, boy. Again, these suits are just ugly.
Silver on the gloves for some reason does not work in this suit.
And once again,
Also,
this is still early on enough in show where everyone had like a stripe to indicate rank of some sort.
and it looks
And
really
the,
dumb on
and the
this.
further you get down, because once again we have the which one was it we just talked about where
It stops.
Bioman where the chest like stops, it doesn't wrap all the way around. It's hideous.
No, it depends on the person in this one because some of these like red has the one stripe, but the one stripe is so big
Yeah,
that it just covers the entire.
but then you have like blue. The strap doesn't finish him. It doesn't finish him. Her. It
And
doesn't.
then when you get to
come all the
green,
way
it just looks
around.
dumb.
Yeah.
and pink.
Also,
in
let's
this,
not-
in
can
this
we-
picture you can barely
Can we
see.
talk about the giant D badge on their chest? It looks fucking hideous.
I wasn't sure if you said D bag, but all right.
D badge. Because let's be real, that thing, I'm pretty sure that's just a badge, but it still looks fucking
I think the
dumb.
thing that actually
Also,
makes
the
it,
fact that it's made with cloth that doesn't help this aesthetic at all.
No.
I think the thing that actually makes the D look worse is the fact that it's also on their belt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm serious, like that just seems redundant.
And the fucking whatever the fuck's going on with their forehead.
Once again, the visors in a lot of the early shows. Because I remember when I first got into Sentai, it took me a while to differentiate this from Goggle 5.
Yep.
Because those visors are so similar.
I kind of would get this confused with Bioman because of the helmets and the technology, and they're both just...
Not to mention, Green looks like he's just about to fly away with his butterfly wings on his helmet.
Yeah.
His visor is huge, which is something that they would normally save for Red. But in this case, they gave it to Green, and he looks like he's about 5 seconds from taking off.
Whee!
So, I don't know.
Whoosh.
And
I honestly don't know if I want to keep talking about this. Because
it's the gloves don't look good, especially when they get...
Nothing about this looks good.
Me watching Gokaiger, watching it now.
Yeah.
Watching them do the Dingy Man suits and then get those Dingy Punch things where it's just like metal gloves, it somehow makes the suit look worse. Ew.
Who's next?
Number
5, I think.
5. This is a show we talk about a lot, usually in a positive light, but not so much here. Live Man.
Oh my goodness, this hurts. I love this show so much.
This show is great.
This show was amazing.
But these suits are hideous.
I
remember because when we were making the list, you were like, well, what about Live Man? I was like, no, I like the Live Man suits. And then I looked at them and then I was like, oh god.
No, I don't.
I forgot. I forgot. I have
a question.
These aren't good.
You see how everybody has an outline of their animal on their chest? Why is yellow's the only one colored in?
I don't know.
Because it's too light to the rest of the suit.
I was gonna say that might have been a color thing because if it was yellow and white, you probably wouldn't have been able to make it out at all.
But at the end of the day, then you should just color in the rest of them. Unity is better. 1 is a mistake. 2 is a choice. We needed at least one other person.
No, this was a choice. Doing that was a choice.
Because his is the opposite of everybody
which ended up being a mistake.
Because everybody else's is outlined in white. His is the only one that's outlined in black.
But yeah, they still put white on the suit like it's not a fucking...
And there's
Speaking of white on suit, that's one of the things about the aesthetic that just kills it for me is the pants are all white. The sleeves are all white. Yeah, we have the thing like you were saying earlier with the boots and the gloves being different colors. But unlike Dynaman, you also have a V on the torso that is also white. And a lot of them have white on the helmet too.
There's a weird lack of color. It's
really overpowering, and these suits are just so
There's
not
a
as
lack of
colorful as
color
they
in
should
these
be,
suits for the distinction, and I don't like Blue Dolphin's helmet.
It's a little big.
It's big.
I get what they were going for because it's supposed to look like a dolphin's nose. That's what they were going for, but in practice...
I will admit, I don't mind red as much as the other 4. Like, I think yellow looks off as all hell.
And you know what's actually worse about this? The fact that, especially in the show, these are really basic suits.
These are really basic.
And there's like nothing to differentiate them from each other than what weapons they can pull out.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a lot of similarity on these, just depending on color. But then again, there isn't enough color on these suits, so who cares?
Alright.
That makes me sad.
Yeah,
because I love this show.
This show is pretty damn amazing, but, you know.
Number 4. Alright, so fairies and cars, right?
I want to give a little behind the scenes. Marcus really wanted this at number 1.
I hate these.
He hates these suits. And
He's
that
like
is
Turbo Ranger.
Turbo Ranger.
Which I get why he
Marcus
hates these suits.
These.
I understand why he hates these suits. Looking at Yellow's helmet makes me want to vomit.
Like, for some reason, Yellow's
It
helmet...
kind of looks like R2-D2's head.
it looks like Go Orange or Blue, which is, you know, a car thing. But looking at Yellow's helmet for some reason gives me anxiety.
Yellow and black.
Oh my goodness, really?
Like, I understand where they were coming from. The T on the chest, there's white there, but it's not overpowering. But those helmets are trash.
I need to show you guys this picture. Is it me or does Red's head look like it's cocked a little?
It does look
It looks
lopsided.
like it's like...
Yeah.
Like this,
okay,
yeah.
I'm not losing my mind. Good.
It does look lopsided. That makes me sad everywhere. But yeah, God.
See, like, the thing is, I don't mind the suit that much from the neck down, except, like, the belt.
But it's just, the helmet...
But the helmets are anxiety-inducing.
Can make or break a suit. And the reason, like I said earlier...
Especially since that's where you're going to be looking at the most.
A lot. Because, you know, that's where
they talk.
A lot of movement happens.
Yeah, a lot of movement.
In the head. But I mentioned this earlier with the Bioman suits. There is a cutoff point for where the wall was built. around the head.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not like these, especially because if you look at where the head comes in, there is where the jaw starts.
Yeah.
It just cuts.
In depth.
It goes down, up, and comes back.
It's supposed to be a helmet, but when the whole thing is a helmet,
it looks off.
You're putting a helmet on a helmet.
And that looks stupid.
Yeah.
Helmetception is not an aesthetic.
This really looks like you put a helmet on a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good description of this. It just does not look quality. For the time
This
period.
is...
Oh my god, it's bisected.
Yeah.
It looks bisected. I was about to say that.
It looks bisected. It also looks like very segmented.
Yeah.
Like, here's the car, you pop that off, there's that, you pop that off, you pop that off.
Turbo
and
Man,
you,
some
and you
assembly
cut
required.
and you cut it in half.
Some assembly required.
Some assembly required.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, oh my
Ask your
God.
parents' permission before logging on to hotwheels.com.
These are my legit least favorite suits in the entirety of Super Sentai.
Another comparison you made, Marcus, was they look like the part of the bell that does the ringing.
Like if you turn
them
these
upside
suits
down.
upside down, and the part that hits the inside of the bell, either it'll be like, just a cut in half circle or like a full sphere, and it swings back and forth. These look like that. A lot more than, weirdly enough, even the not director,
Car Ranger?
Bioman.
Oh, Bioman,
suits.
yeah.
The tongue. That's the name of the part.
That's right.
God, I do not like
what
these
the
suits.
fuck is this? Took off.
That happens in episode 3, as you can see by the bottom.
Yeah.
Where for some reason they lose the color
they
of their
lose all
suits,
the
so
color.
they lose power.
Is it sad somehow it looks better?
I was going to
that
say,
way?
it actually kind of looks better because it's...
These are the
It's-
ghosts
it's
of
just-
suits. These are the ghosts of suits past.
The ghosts
coming to
of-
haunt the Turbo Rangers.
No, it's like they designed the suits like this one. Okay, this looks good. Colored it. Fuck.
Look at it like your makeup is terrible. We're coming to kill you.
No.
Who's number 3?
No, oh god. Oh, sorry. Turbo Ranger just it drives my blood pressure.
Oh boy. Who's number 3?
Go Ranger.
The first.
Just because you're the first one doesn't mean you gotta look like trash.
You don't get a free pass.
No, you don't.
Just because you were the first in 1975 doesn't mean you get a...
We say this about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the time. Was it the first? Yeah, it's also one of the worst.
Was it the first? Yes. It is fucking awful to look at.
This is another one of those things where
The stripes that indicate rank looks bad, and it looks like they're about to fall off when you get to green.
Their helmets look like they're about to fall off.
True.
Because they're so much bigger.
all right, let's break this down. Where do we start?
We'll start at the top.
Okay.
The helmet.
The only
You ever got sad?
Yeah.
Here we are.
The only helmet
Funny you
I
should
think is
mention that,
passable
Marcus.
looking. The only helmet I think is passable looking is red. I don't know why. It doesn't look as cheap. Oh wait, I realized he's got the thing. He's got the more intricate thing on his forehead.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. He also doesn't have all those extra stripes.
No, I'm just talking about the helmet.
I'm also I'm moving
Yeah,
down
just
a little
moving
bit,
down.
But yeah,
He's not wrong.
he also has a collar, a starched white collar.
They all have that.
You're going to wonder why we didn't put Jacket on this list. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that now. It fits the motif. This,
There really is no motif.
there is Spy.
Yeah, because
You can-
if
you
you
can-
look at them, the first thing I think is covert.
I was gonna say when I think of covert agents, I think of loud colors, big eyes, starched collars, capes.
Mismatching gloves and boots.
The biggest
Yeah,
problem I have
I just
with these
realized
suits.
that red and pink are the only ones with white boots and gloves.
Yeah.
I think that's an aesthetic thing because I don't know.
Well, you could have put white on the others.
You could have been white on blue and green. Nobody else. But I think the biggest thing...
Especially when you still give him a white fucking cape.
Oh yeah,
Question.
that's a good point.
Why does Red have a white line on his pant leg?
I don't know.
I was wondering about that too.
I don't
honestly,
know why that's. I don't know why that's there.
It's not even the picture because he has a different picture
Yeah.
than I do, and you
he's
have my.
he's got the same one. Yeah.
What the?
I don't know.
The visors are awful.
The visors are they're the biggest visors ever because they
Is-
come out like an extra 9 feet. Red has giant bug eyes.
Blue
one
has an
one
arrow.
has like a Daft Punk line. He looks like one of the guys from Daft Punk. The other two, they got lazy and they just inverted the arrow. One's pointing up, one's pointing down.
See, I was gonna make. He was trying to do a Last Airbender cosplay and failed.
Blue looks like, I don't know. Blue.
What does that look like? There!
Blue's arrow's pointing up to tell you to shove this right up your ass. And I'm just like,
and then pink is a heart.
Hers is the worst. Because it's so big.
It's covering the whole helmet.
Also, it's a different color.
Yep.
Black would work here.
Yeah, because a black heart is not, love-inducing, apparently.
Shit.
Also, the belts.
The belts are huge.
The belt buckle's fucking enormous.
The belt is very large.
Although that could have been just to hide the obvious seam, because I don't think these were one piece.
Yeah, they might not.
That is actually probable.
So this was to hide, yeah.
But they gave no shit in not hiding the zipper up the chest, but it looks like a zipper at least.
All right,
sure
now
that's a
let's
zipper.
talk about the V's. V for very
Victory.
bad.
Let's talk about the 17 green has.
Yeah, because red is first rank, blue is 2, yellow is 3,
Pink is 4.
pink is 4, and green is 5. So his looks terrible.
There is no spacing between them.
No, this is the same problem that we had with the
Stripes.
Yeah, with the stripes.
Yeah.
They just don't look. There's a way that you could do this to make it look.
And
good.
I am like, because I understand the point of these, because again, like the U.S. military has these like that integrate rank, but again, there is no space between them at all, and they're also not on the giant chest.
They're so.
I'm not a sergeant with this going on.
They're such like an eye catch on these suits, and there's a way to do this correctly. You want to know what that way is? Gal Rangers.
Yeah,
because it's in the sash.
Mm-hmm.
So it segments that, but it doesn't look that bad.
Also, they're the same fucking color, as opposed to this one. Red is yellow, and everybody else's is red.
God, this doesn't look good.
No.
This makes me sad.
Let's move on and get.
I also love how the zipper on blue in this picture, you can see the zipper stops to a certain point, and you can see it above his belt, but everyone else's it's not.
Is that a zipper? I don't know if that's a zipper because it's coming off.
Yeah, in that picture, it's coming off.
Maybe it's not.
Also, in that picture, it's the only one where it comes up above the belt. Everyone else is at the belt line.
This suit actor could be bigger than everybody else.
Let's move on.
Number
please.
2.
Number 2, we're almost done.
Ginga trash.
Oh boy.
Gingaman.
Where do we start here?
We start.
So this wasn't entirely
At the top
just
again.
show of fucking over. We have a Heisei Sentai number 2.
Oh boy.
Let's start where we
These
are.
are awful.
Let's start with
Number
the helmet.
1.
No.
Lips.
Helmets. Sorry, I thought you were moving on.
Lips.
They
Number
do have-
1 is a.
See, this is the only time I will agree with you that lips make this look bad. Lips did not do any help.
For some reason,
They have a visor and then an extra set of eyes.
they do.
And it looks weird.
You know what's, I think, the worst one with the lips on this?
Who is it?
Pink's.
Yeah.
And I think it's compounded with the fact that the ears are so small and the lips are so small.
Yeah.
They look terrifying.
And the fact that her second set of eyes are yellow and just round, and it's just
Pink as
staring
jaundice.
into your soul. But
I'm coming to eat your flesh.
shut up. Represent.
God, they just look terrible.
Sorry. Also,
All right,
moving on.
where do we start? The
Helmets.
The helmets is a great place to start.
I will give him this. I don't mind the visors as much.
I do mind the visors.
As a comparison to the other ones we've talked about, I do not mind these as much. But yes, they are still bad. Like Blues doesn't know what the fuck.
I was
it's
going to say,
doing.
blue has the silver, the big blotch of silver with the extra eyes up on top.
And we talked about this in our Ginga.
Oh, they're the mouths. I just realized that the visors are the mouths of the animal heads. Are you? Did he just realize that too, or
He probably did.
What?
yes?
We got some use out of it.
Yeah.
I'm moving
What did
this.
you knock over?
You knocked over some soda.
They're the mouths.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that.
This looks so bad.
You're mad at what? The
I'm
fact that you
so
never
mad at
realized
that.
that?
It's 2 sets. It's, oh god.
Oh
it's,
my
it's like
God.
it's like a monster action figure that I'd see as a kid in like the part of KB Toys that nobody wants to go to.
I mean, the
'Cause all
sad
the
thing is,
toys
this
are on
is not the
clearance.
first.
It's a monster that has 2 eyes, another mouth, another set of eyes, and another mouth, except they're both one and the same.
I am so shook.
The sad thing is, this is not the last Sentai that's going to use the animal open mouth as the visor motif.
Oh
I'm pretty
my
sure
God.
Dow Ranger does it.
Yeah, but it doesn't look nearly as bad.
No, it doesn't.
You can tell. Immediately, you can tell. This took me fucking decades.
We also haven't even gotten to this yet. The torso is awful.
Let's focus on the helmets for a second.
We still want to keep focusing on that? Oh, goodness.
But yeah, I think...
I can't believe I just realized that.
And the biggest offender of this is definitely Pink's.
Yeah.
Pink's, because of the fact that the ears, one, exist, and two, they're so small in the helmet that there's sort of little bumps on it.
Because no one else has ears.
I think Blues might be worse.
Awful.
See, I think Pink's looks
I really think Blues might be worse because of the silver.
Pink is coming to chew your flesh off. Blue...
I'd believe that about any of these.
Yeah, but it just for some reason looks worse on Pink. Especially because, you know what? The lips are sunken in to the helmet.
Yeah.
That's also not helpful.
So I'm just like, if they weren't silver, like, yeah, I hate lips with the fiery passion of 1,000 burning suns, but O Ranger and Q Ranger did it correctly where they're the same color as the rest of the suit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look as nearly as noticeable. But on Ginga Man, it's just like, wow, you did several things wrong. Let's move on to the Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
The Charlie Brown stripes, which is also on their gloves and their boots.
Yes.
All right. The
Again, I think it's more imagery, like teeth.
maybe they look
If
bad.
that's it, they failed horribly.
And it's supposed to be a chomp.
It also looks like they're all wearing crop tops because the torso part comes up to like here.
Because they gotta show off the stomach.
Unfortunately, they're not. Because
That's being blocked by a belt.
Their belt would be like around here, like up past their belly button, and then the torso is up here.
The gloves
The
and
white part.
the boots. The zigzag section does not cut out the white at the top like Zoogers do.
Mm.
It just stops. It's really bad.
So there's still little bits of white in between the down zags.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they would have cut that white out on both, the gloves and the boots and in the chest,
Yeah.
so the black is the bottom part, it might actually look a little bit better. As of now,
Maybe.
these look like just overshirts on spandex.
I'm still having a crisis over here over
I'm
there.
so upset at that. I'm never going to get over that. Thanks. That's going to be my thoughts for the rest of the day. Oh my god, their mouths. Anyway.
Like, how did we miss it?
You never looked at it long enough.
There's a reason for that.
There's a reason
Because
for
they're
that.
all bad.
Yeah, every single time I look
But
at it, my eyes
they
are
are
like...
But
not
it's still
the
not
worst.
the worst.
It is still not the worst.
And come on, you probably all know what this is.
Number one.
one.
Battle Fever J. Because these are nightmare-inducing monstrosities that need to be killed with fire.
They are so... I love how freaking weird they are, but
Yeah, the weirdness is great.
But they're awful.
Yeah.
A Sentai suit is no place for a wig.
No.
Or a shaped helmet.
Or a, like it kind of looks like a mummy.
Yeah, the sarcophagus pharaoh.
Yeah, like a sarcophagus helmet.
I'm coming to wrap your flesh and take over your country. So
First the election, and then the country.
and then your flesh.
And then you get stopped by Brendan Fraser.
But
Yeah.
I like the idea of basing the members off of different countries.
Yes.
I love that idea. This is not the way
They
to do
have a lot of shapes in this. They cut out the eye shapes for these suits.
Yeah.
it. Kenya has ears, like legitimate ears. Battle Kenya has ears.
Yeah. Because Africa and animals.
And Japan is the land of the rising sun, so he has a sun-shaped helmet.
Mm-hmm.
He has molded hair.
He has molded.
Which is something they didn't do again until Akira.
I was going to say Occupant Ranger, but they did it as a parody.
Yeah.
This was not.
And then Miss America has blue eyes and
Oh,
long
God.
blonde hair.
In this particular picture, Battle Japan's neck looks like he's a giraffe.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah,
That's
okay.
hideous.
The white with the
Also, they get,
the
once again,
neckerchief.
too much white.
There's a lot of white on these suits. France's, you know how that sound effect that they play whenever Slender Man comes to kill you? That's what his suit is that sound.
And you said this was
Adding a little
France
clapping.
you're talking
'cause,
about?
he's
Yeah.
Battle France.
He's from
What?
the Spanish region of France.
Kase. First Orange Ranger, but still. No.
But no.
Does it count when they're not labeled by color?
He's still orange. And the fact that his helmet is shaped like a rhombus.
Mm.
Is that a rhombus?
Trapezoid?
Trapezoid.
We went to school.
Many years ago. I don't do math. But,
Math's years.
yeah, these are just, it's a strange shape to have. And then we come to the worst offender.
No wigs! Who thought that was a good idea?
You gotta be blonde.
She has to have blonde hair and blue eyes. And it looks terrifying.
It is nightmare-inducing.
You know what else? I find
villain.
terrifying about? Oh my god, it would be a Doctor Who villain. You know what else I find terrifying about her? Her legs. I think her legs are frigging scary
Because they're brown.
because they look like they're made of clay.
Yeah.
They're that one episode, The Girl in the Fireplace of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, the see. I was thinking.
robots.
I was thinking during Eleven's run, the dollhouse.
Oh yeah. But these it's still terrifying to look at, especially because they're like cloth-based spandex.
Yeah.
So on Miss America, she has pooch at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks weird. And the weirder thing is the fact that this is, of course, Momo Ranger, her actress.
By the way, this is what he was referencing. That's what they look like.
Oh. Well, that looks kind of cool.
They're clockwork machines, and it was cool.
I was gonna say,
that's fucking
that
terrible.
picture looks cool.
And also, those gloves.
On who, Miss America?
On
I'm
any,
like 4 out of 5 of them.
they actually look like they're just gloves that they put over top.
Yeah. They look cheap.
Honestly, it looks like they went to fucking... Like, Miss America's looks like they went to a fucking Walmart, got blue latex gloves that you use to wash your
They
dishes.
look like they went to...
Not a woman joke, just an observation.
They look like they went to the Spirit of Halloween, but after Halloween.
Yeah.
Got this shit on discount.
This was the pair of gloves that nobody wanted because it had already been opened a bunch of times. You know, somebody, had like spilled like milk on their hands and they put their hands in it beforehand and now they're all sticky and gross.
These are gross suits.
And they mutated one of them into having a super long neck.
These are sad gross suits.
These are disgusting suits.
Yeah.
They're weird as hell, and I love them for that, but
Yeah.
outside of the weirdness...
I appreciate weirdness, but...
No.
Ugh.
Ugh. God, what are we at now in terms of a runtime?
40 minutes almost.
Jesus Christ.
It happens.
This
We
is
dislike something, and we all just agree on it. We're all just like, here's why it's bad.
Think of this as our longest top 10, bottom 10 video.
Good.
God, that was atrocious.
Embrace our anger and sadness
Let us know.
and France.
Let us know what you
Bonjour!
I'm done.
Let us know what you think about these in the comments below.
Let us know what your least favorite suit is.
Please do. Follow us on all the things, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a Discord.
Patreon.
Support us on Patreon if you can. We always appreciate the support. And thank you for watching and putting up with us on this.
Au revoir.
Until next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Adios!
Goodbye.